Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we are talking about raid rewards. So the raid is coming most likely with next season in December. I mean, it's definitely with next season, but the date is not yet known. Early December. And the question that I'm often getting, because it's quite challenging content that that you need a team to complete. Is it worth it? So I will show you some examples what you can get from it. So that's the final raid boss trophy. So each stage, when you complete it, will grant you a plan to place one of those trophies that are under floor decor. So I think those are really cool that you can show off that you completed each particular part of the raid. So as you can see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages to the raid. So you complete all of them and you can get those rewards. About the full guide for the raid, I do plan to do it, but later on when the raid will be finalized, as it's still getting some tweaks and changes. You can see my live stream when I was testing that, but it's slowly and a little bit changing. So the final version of the raid may be different. But of course, that's not everything what you are getting for completion of the raids. Here I have for you example of the reward screen. So there is more rewards, lesser rewards are on the bottom. Its reward screen can be still a little bit buggy for now, but you can already see that it's more than just those unique items. You are getting experience, a little bit of caps, you can get script, as well as something very unique. Mystery magazine package can drop from it, which I really like, as I still need to unlock 2 achievements with magazines. So you can notice there is new power armor, and you can get plans for its modifications. The drop rate is low though. I will show you the power armor and the weapons in a second. So that's what's dropping. Some of the ammo you are using, legendary modules, treasure nodes, mystery magazine packages, some script. So there is a lot of stuff outside of the new and unique items dropping. And each section of the raid is dropping it. So you don't need to complete all 5 sections to get the rewards. Each individual section counts as the raid. Now, the power armor and unique weapons. I have a bunch of unique weapons. Let's start with the power armor, the Vulcan one. So, my Vulcan power armor, I managed to complete it. I managed to make it legendary, as you are dropping those random pieces of Vulcan power armor from the raid. But it's mostly unmodified, as unfortunately to modify it, you need to get plans, and that's a challenge. As those plans, rare drops, I did several raids, and I have like 2 plans for this power armor. I hope those drops could be increased, but for now, it is how it is. It looks really good. It's Enclave power armor with those ultrasight shards, so it looks really good. It is a special power armor because of the set bonus. The set bonus for this power armor is extra AP regeneration and extra fusion core duration. So as you can figure out, it's intended for a VATS users. Power armor VATS users will benefit greatly from this power armor set. Its resistances are really high. Okay, let me compare it with my Union. And I'm comparing with Union mainly because Union is other power armor that do have a set bonus. So I'm not comparing it with something without the set bonus. So Union, leg for example 74, 44, 40. Then the leg for the Vulcan 84, 90, 30. So you can see it's higher. The radiation resistance is lower. The torso for Union 115, 75, 65. The torso for new power armor 140, 150, 50. Reduced radiation resistance doesn't really matter, as majority of radiation resistance comes from built-in 80% reduction that full set of power armor offers. So it doesn't really matter, and other resistances are really high. So that's what matters. I think the highest in the game, those resistances. Like my total with perks and everything, I'm close to 1k ballistic resistance and energy resistance. That's real good. That's really good. That make you really tanky. With this power armor, if you can get overeaters on top, you will be very tanky with this power armor. Now, the new weapons. Some of them are craftable, and some of the new weapons, I don't know if they are craftable. They do drop from the raid itself, and sometimes you drop a plan to craft a new weapon. So let me show you. For example, one of the new weapons I can find under, I think, Edge Melee. And that's the legendary Drill Fist that I can craft in here. And honestly, I do think that getting those plans will be really good, as it will let me craft those Drill Fists and scrap them, hoping to get the 4-star effect out of them, extraction. You can as well drop a 4-star mod boxes from raids itself, so it's probably the most important. Like legendary mod boxes do drop from the raid, so you can craft it. It's still only 2 modules, even though it's a 4-star. And that's only one of those items. Of course, it's crafts at level 52, not only 40. The bad news about new items, as we are talking about them, is that you cannot really modify them. So you cannot change legendary effects, that's what I mean. The other stuff, you can. For the Drill Fist, to get the mods, the plan for the mod does drop from a raid as well. So I don't know if there is more mods, but for now that's what I have. If I toggle unlockable, it doesn't change. So probably that's it. One modification for it possible. What other weapons? So I have them with me. So there is Boiling Point. That's a flamer. Unique flamer from the raid. It looks really good. Looks really good. So bad we cannot change those legendary effects. As you may notice, they're not always perfect, although the flamer is quite good. It's furious, and the 4-star is extra damage for burning targets, which of course they are burning if you are using this flamer. The Drill Fist itself, will I be using it? I don't know. It's dot focused. Can it compete with something like Auto Axe? No, it cannot. So that's the problem. The Flatliner, that's a sniper Gauss, but there we go. Damage to humans. So that's like, why? Why? Like, why cannot those be perfect? They're not perfect and cannot be modified. That's my biggest problem with them. They can still change before the final release, so there is a hope. And look at those unique effects on the grenade launcher. It is bloodied, but not a star, but special effect. Fires 2 projectiles per shot. So it's a bloodied 2-shot with extra shock on reload and damage resistance while aiming, replenish AP with each kill. So look at this beast. This is really cool. I think it can compete with Nuka Launcher. It doesn't have the fire rate of Nuka Launcher, but higher damage thanks to being bloodied and 2-shot in the same time. So that's very rare. I hope it's intentional. There is this cool ultra-side sword, but it's a sword. That's its problem. It's heavily focused on dot. So high poison dot on this sword. You're supposed to use it to apply dot for your enemies. And Valkyrie. Extra damage to robots. It's a Gatling laser. It's not a bad one. Extra effect is weapon break slower and lower hip fire accuracy. So weapon break slower in case of this weapon. It's not a star, it's extra effect outside of 4 stars that it already has. All effects are really good, with only problem. It's only good for robots. If that would be anti-armor, it would be so great. And intended to be used outside of VATS, that's why you have extra 50% bonus weak point damage on it on 4-star. So those are the main new rewards that we are getting from the raid. So what do you think? Do you think it will be worth it for you to run those raids, to unlock 4-star legendary mod boxes, to get those trophies and the new power armor? Is that something you are looking for? Let me know. And that being said, thank you all for watching and see you all in the next one.